class, I wanted to add a little clarification in addition to how you conjugate verbs, where as you've seen, you dropped the AR ending. So if we have like verb estudiar, in order to conjugate it, we just drop the AR ending, and then you're going to add a set of endings depending on who's talking, whether it's I, you, he, she, we, y'all, or they. Your endings, you've got the O for estudio, that's for I. As, estudias, that's for tú, which is you but familiar for friends. A, which would be estudia, that's for he, she, any item like the book, the car, and also for you, formal. So if you're talking to someone and you want to say sir or madam, estudia español. If you were talking to a teacher, if you wanted to ask if you are studying Spanish, speaking to a teacher. Amos, estudiamos, is how you would say we do something. Estudiáis is y'all do something. It's the informal talking to multiple people like your friends. It's used in Spain. It's used also in Argentina, though a little differently, and yes, you do have to know that. And then estudian, which is the ellos, ellas form, which is used to say they do something, or it's used to say y'all do something when you're talking to someone, a group of people that you would address formally when you're in Spain, or anywhere else in the Latin American speaking world. You'd use estudian talking to a y'all form for whether it's formal or informal. Now, if you look at these three examples of questions, there's two things I want you to notice. Number one, your subject comes after your verb. So if you look, there's your verb, estudian, and your subject is ustedes. So the question you're asking here is, do y'all study Spanish? Estudian ustedes español. And if you look here, estudia Miguel español. What you've got is Miguel, the subject, is after the verb, asking does Miguel study Spanish. And the final one, estudias tú español. And you'll notice tú is in parentheses. It's not necessary. Why? Because your ending lets you know that we're talking about a tú, that estudias. Now, how you would answer these, in the case of the estudian ustedes, you would answer these by saying estudiamos. Our examples here, you notice when they say ustedes, you're going to answer in the amos form when you're asked a question, because you are always answering, yes, we do something. ¿Estudian ustedes español? Estudiamos español. In the tú form, excuse me. ¿Estudias español? No, no estudio español. I want to draw your attention to this second no. This here is what makes your verb negative. That's saying I do not study. This first one here is just you guys saying no or yes. Like, do you study Spanish? No. That could be an answer, but I want the whole thing. No, no estudio español. Now if we look at this last one here, I'll give you guys a couple things. ¿Estudia Miguel español? Again, in questions, generally you do verb, then subject. And you answer, Miguel no estudia español, Miguel estudia francés, Miguel ya habla español. What I'm giving you guys here is a way to say he already does something. Ya habla español. I hope that helps you understanding questions. What I recommend you do is you practice in pairs. You can go, ¿Estudian ustedes español? No estudiamos. Then change it up. ¿Cantan ustedes canciones de Shakira? which would be, do y'all sing Shakira's songs? ¿Cantan ustedes canciones de Shakira? ¿Cantan ustedes canciones de Shakira? No, no cantamos canciones nunca. So if you notice, we never sing songs. Nunca is a new vocab word for you. Never. I want to show you guys is what happens when you have two verbs together. So for instance, we've got an example, two used together. The second verb, as you can see, is always in the infinitive, unconjugated. Oh, that's a spelling error. No, actually it was correct. Deseo hablar español. Necesito estudiar mucho. I wish to speak. I need to study. ¿Desea hablar español María? Does Maria wish to speak Spanish? Two things to notice here. One, does. You will notice that the word does doesn't exist in Spanish. It's just part of the question. ¿Desea hablar español María? The other thing I want you to notice is María is at the end. That's another valid option for a question. But again, it is after your verbs. Sí, María necesita hablar español para su trabajo. Trabajo is the noun for her job. Is the verb gusta. Me gusta el carro. You'll notice gusta. Me gusta estudiar. When you use a verb, when it's just the thing you like, when it's the verb. So you got two here. Me gusta estudiar. Me gusta comprar muchos carros. You've got to look at it's gusta. It's singular. But when you have something plural, me gustan los carros alemanes. Me gustan los carros alemanes. I like German cars. It becomes gustan because it's plural, specifically the closest thing. So when I say the closest, if you look here, muchos, there we go. Muchos carros is not the closest thing to gusta. Me gusta comprar. Comprar, the verb is closest, so that's why you go with gusta. And this specifically means something, you like something. Be very careful. You do not use the normal endings for this. You're going to use just gusta and gustan. There are other reasons to use the other forms, but we're not going to go into them yet. If you looked at your study questions, I gave a page number if you're curious. Please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me, send me a chat request. I hope this helped a little bit. Hopefully everything is nice and clear. And I hope you guys have a good day.